up? What up? What up? What up?
Man, we all good here, man.
Yeah, we back in living color, baby.
Live and direct.
Hey, how was everybody holiday, Turkey Day?
I had some turkey.
Huh. You don't say.
Shit. I mean, if on Turkey Day you get turkey, it sounds like it's good, right?
Right.
It was made right. It was juicy.
My people's made
gravy too.
They made ham with it. That's the first time I've had ham on Thanksgiving. I
Really?
always thought it was Christmas ham.
Nah, man. I had every Thanksgiving I've ever had. I've had turkey and ham.
You know that's interesting though. You'll say he never had ham on Thanksgiving.
My family even make fried chicken on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you do all the meats.
I'm jealous.
I won't get into that this year, but I didn't have that this year, but that's what I traditionally had.
It's
I'm
just
jealous,
funny though,
man.
splitting it up, turkey on Thanksgiving, ham on Christmas. That's just kind of
Everybody had a good Thanksgiving.
It's a different
Wow.
different perspective for me.
What was you doing, man?
I ordered some pizza and cheese fries.
Damn,
Oh,
man, you come to my
cheese.
house
Yeah.
next Thanksgiving, man.
Absolutely delicious, though.
You come to my
cheese
house.
fries good.
Yeah, I know. I'm making it sound bad. I was actually pretty. I was pretty comfortable.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I just hate when I got more cheese than fries. Then you be like, what?
Oh man, what am I
Like,
doing
what
with
am
this? You start looking for other shit to scoop it up with.
Do something else with this cheese.
Yeah, well, I know I got some bread in here. Something shit.
You feel
Well,
me?
yeah, next year you coming to my house for Thanksgiving. You just be my plus one.
Man,
And when they got questions, you be
You
like,
know
I
what?
love this man.
you know what?
I'm thankful for him.
I'm thankful for this man. This is why he's here with me.
Nah,
All the
man.
questions.
I want to cook something for Thanksgiving, man.
Oh, so
Like,
we could have a Friendsgiving?
yeah, like
A
I be
Prodigal
looking
Brothers?
at stuff that people be cooking.
Friendsgiving.
Prodigal Brothers Friendsgiving. That sounds good, man.
Yeah,
We
man.
might
Yeah,
have to
like
sell
that.
tickets to this.
Yeah,
Sound
You
like
can't have more than 10 people there, though.
yeah.
No. Hopefully by next Thanksgiving we ain't dealing with this shit no more.
Yeah.
I hope,
Hope.
because my mask getting real crusty.
You gotta wash that bitch.
We gonna have that shit out.
You gotta wash it?
We should just
You
fry.
gonna wash your
No,
mask?
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
We should just fry a turkey, man.
Yo,
Fry?
we ain't never fried a turkey before. Now you ready to burn the
I
whole
fried
house
a
down.
turkey before.
You gotta do it outside.
Well, they got indoor fryers now.
Nah, you gotta do it outside.
I said, hell nah. You're not burning it on my house.
Well, you say you want to have a Friendsgiving.
Yo, you're not supposed to fry nothing that's 20 pounds. You know what I mean?
I mean, you
That's
can do
holiday.
it.
First
I mean,
of all, you ain't
my
never
pops
had a
did it.
fried
My
turkey?
pop.
You
my
can
pops did
drive
it.
with your feet.
Oh, you're missing out. You ain't never had fried turkey. You're missing out.
You feel me?
Fried, they said it's lit, man. I had it once. It's dope.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Fried
But
turkey.
you
know,
mentioned
I'll try anything
crusty
twice.
mask. Just kind of, we all know what's going on with 2020. Today was a real 2020 day to me. For me, you know, I work from home. I looked up at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and NFL football was on. There was a college basketball game on. There was Champions League soccer on. You know, in the middle of the afternoon on a Wednesday, all the sports full gear. It was a weird day.
Hey, I'm not a fan of this 3 o'clock football game.
You can't do
I
it.
was still at work. I was at work.
I didn't even know that the football game was on. So
Look, I didn't care about the time. I just cared about how many people weren't playing. Like it wasn't. It's not. It's surreal how many injuries and stuff we have this season. Like that wasn't the real team.
Yeah,
You
but
feel me?
I think the bulk of what was going on today was not today. This year, a lot of them is not real injuries. It's COVID is playing a very bigger part.
Huge.
That's knocking out half your team, and then you have the other half who didn't have
No
training
off-season.
camp, no off season, no strength and conditioning together, and they getting hurt, man. It
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks, but we
it's
gotta
terrible.
crown the champion. NFL need that money, baby. So they not canceling it. So
They're getting them pennies.
we'll just say if whoever win this year, they can get a COVID asterisk next to the
yeah, do they
championship.
get? They gotta have a symbol next to their stuff.
Gotta have something. It got a little star, and then at the bottom
you're
in
not-
small print.
You're not playing the real teams every week. You know what I'm saying? You're just not. 23. When the last time you've heard of 23 injuries, 9 Pro Bowlers injured on a team? You know that's never happened before.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so.
And college
and then
is
how
interesting,
important
too.
the game was. Like this is.
It's a
you
big
know,
game.
This is it's a division game. It could possibly be the game for the person who wins the division. and these people ain't gonna be back next week either. So, you know, you got your practice team going out there. You basically lost 2-3 games.
Yeah.
Because of, you know, the situation.
It's just been a lot going on. So it's actually, I know we're talking NFL, but it was NBA Media Week. A lot of news is coming in. We just heard, matter of fact, I think probably about 5 minutes ago, we heard that John Wall and Russell Westbrook got traded. So Russell Westbrook is going to the Wizards, and John Wall will be coming back to the Rockets with a first-round pick. But also, so much NBA news going on. The schedule was released. They dropped the Christmas games. So if you didn't know, the season starting December 22nd. So let me read out I'm going to read out the Christmas schedule for you.
Hold on. Before you read the Christmas games, let's dabble on this trade real quick.
Yeah, I'm glad John Wall is gone.
Look,
son.
I am a Wizards fan.
Me too.
First of all,
I didn't know those existed even. I thought y'all were endangered species.
Be on your couch when you get home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now I ain't got to worry about that.
I ain't got to worry about
You know what
John
I'm saying?
stroking my girl no more.
All right, but look, now you got Westbrook. Now,
Don't nobody like that, man.
But
When the
shit,
last time you seen
now
Westbrook with a chick on his
it
arm
don't
at
matter.
anything?
Now you come home, you got stretch pants in your closet.
Wow.
You feel me? You got stretch pants and cowboy hats
I don't
with
know.
Kanye sweaters with holes in it.
look,
And
I
you
don't
like,
know.
who the hell clothes is this?
Hold on, wait.
son.
Before we do it, explain this to me because it's going over my head. What's with the John Wall stroking your girl jokes? What am I missing out on?
Man.
You remember oh, I feel you because you
Yeah.
did miss out. The first podcast we explained what if John Wall was stroking your girl, you come home one day and it's a McLaren
No.
parked out
No,
front.
hold on. So the premise was we were talking about catching L's in a relationship and what would be
that's
an
right.
L.
Right.
And so we were just like, if you lose your girl to John Wall, is that an L, or is it just like, you know, the relationship ended? And I felt that was a L. That's an L because you can't compete with John Wall.
Right.
It
That's
makes
what the
sense.
premise
It
of the
makes
joke
sense.
came from.
So yeah, then that spiraled out of control like it always does on this show, and we had a whole John Wall stroking your girl segment.
Yeah. So you did miss that one. You did miss
Now
that
you just got to worry about Russell Westbrook in his tight pants stroking your girl. Now.
Hey, That's what that was
so
my
that's,
point.
that's what he was talking about. So
You got some crazy wardrobe in your closet that you know you don't wear because you wear full shirts. You feel
Russell
me?
Westbrook married though, so we ain't got to worry.
I'm
about
not worried
that,
about it. I just need him to
Yeah.
provide W's on the basketball court.
Yeah, right.
And not hand me
gonna
L's
he gonna
in
give
real
you
life.
He gonna give you a triple double and lose, nigga. That's what he do.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
not.
I mean, that's Wizards. That's Wizards basketball. We lose in fashion.
Good stats.
All right, you can. I'm sorry, man. You can continue on.
No,
with
I
these
love it.
Christmas
Catch me up,
schedules.
catch the audience up. Okay, so I'm gonna read the schedule. So we've got 5 games, December 25th. So this is only 3 days after the season starts. So we've got Pelicans Heat, Warriors Bucks. We've got Nets at Celtics. KD should be coming back from that Achilles injury. My Lakers and James Lakers taking on the Mavs, and then finally we have Clippers Nuggets. So I read that because kind of the parity. To me, when I look across the league, it seems like those are the only 10 teams that really have a shot at winning at all. It's kind of funny that they put them all on Christmas Day. So how do we feel about NBA parity and there's 30 teams in the league. When you look at it, only 8, 9, 10 of them really have a realistic shot. And I mean, even when you look at the course of the entire NBA, you have the Celtics and Lakers with 17 championships. The Bulls have 6, but we know those all came with one player and one team, really. So those aren't really a long franchise. So it's really only 2 teams have been dominating the NBA for its entire existence. How do we feel about that competitive? Is the NBA still fun? Do you like it when you know there's only a couple front runners, or do you like it wide open when anybody can win it?
Shit, nah, I love it. You know what I mean? Like, it's parity enough. You know what I mean? It's not parity where anybody could win. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like that in any sport unless it's Little League anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, we usually have it dumbed down to who gonna make the playoffs, basically. You know what I'm saying? Or who's gonna be at the top at the playoff charts. And like you even putting it out yourself, it's always been like that. So I feel like it's not necessarily a change. It's the same thing, you know? And these days, the people are better athletes. Like, come on, man. These athletes playing together, like we got LeBron James and AD on the same squad, and who they just add? They got
The
Harold.
sixth man of the year.
Like, come on, bro. Like, we got stacked squads.
I don't know. I might be in the minority here. I fucking hate this shit.
I love it, bro.
I don't. It's not fun to me. Like, we do touch on how we're saying it's always been that way, but it's drastic now. I feel like it's overkill now, where superstars are purposefully combining and joining. You're talking about top 10 athletes, the top 10 athletes of your sport, texting each other, talking about, yo, let's team up. That takes the fun out of it to me. It's like, okay, perfect example. We all grew up in the same neighborhoods. So if we on the court playing basketball and it's me, you, James, and Brandon, and then everybody else never played basketball in their life, but us four are on the team.
Yeah.
We got the what?
Yeah.
We got the V.
Yeah, we gonna kill them.
Don't nobody want to play with that. So you repick teams.
No, well, what they do is, using your example, this is what they do. Hey, these 4 niggas, they've been down in this court. They've been killing niggas for 30 days straight. You know what people do? They try to create a team to beat us.
No, man.
And that's interesting.
No,
because now the talk is, who gonna beat these niggas?
No, growing up,
they put this team together. Can these niggas beat these niggas?
You lived in Bywaters. If we on the court and people start picking teams and they're unbalanced, yo, they got the V. Pick over. We did that all the time.
We did that when we was little, but
Right.
not when we get older. When you get high school level,
I just don't.
Not when you
I
get
just
older.
don't. It's just boring, yo. It's boring to have all your superstars wanting to be together. Like, I'm competitive. If I know James is better than me in basketball, I don't want to be on his team. I want to beat James.
True, but we have people in the league that think differently. Like, what my man
I guess
Dame Dollar. He don't do that.
Right.
On
but
purpose.
I feel like everybody should be like, why not have you can have your
Kawhi
man.
Leonard do it. He
be
do that shit on purpose too.
You can be a Batman and Robin.
LeBron asked Kawhi to play with him.
I'm okay with Batman and Robin. I think every team should be Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, you would have more parity in the league. I'm tired of seeing the Kings never making the playoffs.
I'm not.
Well, let's look.
Get better.
Let's put this in. Let's put this
How
in
can
terms.
hold on 1 second? How can you get better if you draft you get a top draft pick,
Yes.
right? So now you have the best player on your team is your first round draft pick.
Yes.
Okay. So let's fast forward 2.5 to 3 years.
Yes.
Now it's time for that guy to either re-sign or leave.
Right.
You can't attract no veterans
That's
to that
your fault.
team. How?
Listen.
You don't have anybody.
What did the Warriors do before they got KD? They drafted all them niggas.
Yeah, that was a farm system.
All right, bro. If you get your first round draft pick, look, AD, prime example, played for the Pelicans. How many years did he stick it out with them niggas and they didn't put a championship team around him? How long is he supposed to wait?
You don't.
That's management issue.
But then you go to LeBron.
Yes.
You team up with LeBron.
I'm tired.
No,
bro. I gave you 8 years.
I think it's a cop out.
So-
Yo,
so
you
what
just
do-
taking
It's
it
time
easy.
for me to win, bro.
You
It's
take
not
it-
a top out.
I'm-
It's time for me to win. KD
Yeah.
played
You don't-
with
you're
Westbrook
not
for
earning
how
rings.
long?
We did the same thing though.
Yes.
When we used to go.
I don't
Hold
even know who
let
I'm
James,
talking about
Let
no
James
more.
chime
Who
in.
is
Let
we?
James
When
chime in.
we didn't. We're not NBA players,
Who
of
is we,
course.
though?
But me, you, Easy, and Al, we would all get our best 5 and go to Dorsey.
Who y'all best 5?
Yeah, we would do that. So this
That's
is
how-
exactly what the NBA
They're
is.
playing
It's what we
pickup ball.
grew up with.
$1 million pickup ball.
Yeah.
That's what they're playing.
You get
I
your
had-
best 5. I got my 5.
Let's
put it
run.
up. Now, if the GMs are trash, that ain't. I mean, that's
I'm
just
clearly,
not the NBA's
I'm clearly
fault.
outnumbered, man.
Hold
I'm
up.
gonna wave my white flag.
But look, hold up.
I think it would just be more
I'm
exciting
gonna say
if you
this
have
to,
somebody
I'm gonna
like.
say this to you, SP. It's not as bad as baseball
Yeah.
because baseball there's no salary cap. I could literally go out and buy
Okay,
nine
You're right about the salary cap thing.
$200 million niggas.
And
no one can
In
beat
reality, the Yankees should have won about 12 championships in a row. I don't know how.
And
they
how many
didn't,
have they won?
But
Easy, let's look that up. How many what they call it, pennants do the Yankees have? It's like 50, 60 something, bro.
it ain't that much.
It's
but
a lot.
It's a lot.
It's something like that.
I-
Compared
I
to
mean,
the
they
next
have
nigga,
they have the most.
they
money.
have like 20, 30 more than the next nigga.
They do have the most money
You
in the
feel
league,
me?
so theoretically, you would
And
think they
baseball
would
is
just be
called the American
killing it.
pastime. So this is how sports work, bro.
All right,
Unfortunately,
okay.
the only parity you can have is football, and that's because I can knock your dumb ass out. So
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think out of all the sports, football is the
but
best.
the only
at
reason
parity.
it's like that is because what I just said. I can smack you in football. All these other sports you can't. So like football, it don't matter how much you pay a nigga. I can still hurt him. You feel me? I can still smash him to where as though he gets scared and don't want to play. Look at Andrew Luck. He was the greatest quarterback, but he was like, I'm tired of being on the injured reserve. I'm tired of getting hurt. I quit.
Okay.
You feel me?
Look, man.
And football work like that.
I mean-
In basketball, it don't.
Hey, look, we'll agree to disagree. I'm the only
Well,
one.
we have to.
I got your answer, Al, for the championships, but SP, I specifically remember you inviting me and uplifting to a 4th of July basketball tournament because you said we gonna crush and let's get this cash prize.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Okay, I need to hear this because I don't know.
Hey,
Hold on, I
but
need to hear this.
Hey, we was out
Hold
there
on,
to
let
get
him
that
tell the
money real
story.
quick.
Let him tell the story. Cuz.
I need to
So-
hear this.
It was
one.
a pot on the line, man. It was a pot on the line.
So
Yeah,
when
it
the
was money on the
championship
line?
was on the line.
Hold on, I need to hear this.
man.
Easy, I don't know this story, and the folks
Al,
don't
so,
either. I need to hear this.
So SP had a neighborhood. They had a 4th of July like picnic, an event. They had all type of horseshoes and games. So Sheldon came recruiting us GM for me and James. He said
I
as
was
a
the best
cash
GM
prize, we
in the
put
world.
you together. Me and James out there dunking on people, throwing alley-oops. It's dudes with knee braces, balding hair to get that money. So SP, you're the GM. And you know what it is, like you said, when there's something on the line, and I agree with James. There's a
I
championship
hear
on the
y'all,
line.
man.
There's
Well, maybe they
endorsement
just
deals.
need better GMs or whatever it is, but like it's boring. Like I don't it's
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah,
So
I
y'all
wasn't
won that
at-
tournament?
I enjoy. Yeah, we. Oh, there
y'all
was no
crushed.
question.
Okay.
Yeah, we destroyed that and
Hold
really
on, hold
quick.
on. Was it fun?
It was. hey. It was exhilarating.
It sounds
What
fun.
am I talking about?
nigga-
I love this shit.
This nigga easy.
What was I talking about?
Easy through the hoop to James. James like, I got you next time. I'm gonna throw it off the glass. I can see Easy trying to get it backwards because that's how he do. He
it
want
was-
to look stylish.
It was
Like,
it
you know what I
was
mean?
it was a fun time. It was a fun time, and I realized we were really good in basketball, and they were really
All
bad.
right then, bro. Like, yo.
So yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
NBA, keep doing whatever you're doing.
Because honestly, I think it is parity, dog. Like LA, even though they won the championship and they also had the best offseason, I still don't think they can still be beat, bro.
Yeah.
And
They can.
in the NBA,
It-
you play series.
But we had to get better though.
You did because you were old. You know what I
Right.
mean? So they had to get
So
better.
there's the parity right there.
Yeah.
Like, we just won a championship. and
I
we're-
understand. I guess
we're
I
not
guess
the best team.
I
We
guess
have
I
to
would
get
I would
better.
really enjoy to see some of the small market teams that feel like they never have an opportunity to grow, get better because their talent leaves before they have the opportunity.
Well,
to do
LeBron
so.
came
Right.
back to Cleveland. That's not a big market.
That's
No,
what
no,
I'm
no.
saying.
And won a
Listen,
championship.
It would have been all. Yeah, I mean, but that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
you're saying like more
like
players.
I would enjoy some of those smaller market teams being successful and then be maybe not powerhouses but relevant.
All right.
Because like
But look.
well, what were the Warriors?
let me
though?
put
I
this-
mean, they wasn't like the.
no, but
Hey,
they
can
did
I-
it correctly.
let
and
me
that's
make-
what Sam
let me
said.
make- let me
they
make
did a
this-
farm
let me
system.
make
They
this point to
still
y'all,
put
too.
KD on that farm.
Well,
team.
they did.
They
KD
did.
put himself on that.
No,
they
they
put
asked
KD
him.
on that
They
team,
asked
bro.
KD to come because they knew they couldn't stop LeBron.
Yeah.
Let's get for
Yeah.
But
real.
he made a choice.
Yes, he wants to win, bro.
I'm not. Look,
That's-
what
I'm
you
just
telling me?
saying.
I'm just saying they
He
didn't.
made a choice to go
that wasn't grand
because he
GMing
struggled,
here.
But,
That
but
wasn't
he
like
struggled for 6 years.
Yeah,
I
that's
think-
now
not-
I want to win.
I think what we're saying is that or what you were saying was the small market teams need to
Right.
have super teams.
And I got, but look, I got something to say about that.
Just, I mean, if
Let me wrap it up with this. Let me tell you about this. The small market teams sometimes they don't want to get good. You know why? Because the GMs are still making money off of the TV ratings.
Yeah, but
because it's
that has
combined.
nothing to do with anything.
It does.
No, because
it does because you want them to create a super team and spend their money on good players when sometimes the owners are so greedy that
Yeah,
they don't
but
want to go buy good players.
No.
Who fault is that? It's not the
salary
player fault.
salary cap money. If it's not spent, it doesn't go in the GM and owner's pocket. That's still sitting in the salary cap. So if you don't make a good team, you spending 25% of your salary cap versus 80, 90%. That money still just sits there. That's not an end of the year bonus.
Bro, that's floating money. Yes, it is, bro.
No, it's Bro, no,
All right,
it's not.
we don't have time on this podcast for me to break it down to you, but I'll break it down afterwards.
Because I know
because
you don't dip into salary cap money.
You don't dip into the salary cap money, but it can eventually turn into profit for the owner only. Well, look at the Baltimore Orioles. Have they even attempted to put a good team together?
They can't afford it. Their market's too small. They don't have that money.
Huh?
They don't have the money.
Have they attempted is what I said.
How you going to pay for it?
What you mean?
You got to pay these players to come in.
Have they attempted? Have you ever said, hey, O's tried to get this person, O's tried to get that person? Oh, no, you haven't. Because they don't.
Because you can't compete with Yankee money. But
you can try.
I'm gonna point at you.
That's
I'm gonna point at you.
I'm just saying.
You can't try because I'm gonna say.
How you
I'm
can't try?
I'm saying,
now
hey,
you can't try.
I'm gonna say, hey Stafford,
okay.
I'm gonna give you $25 million a year, and then you're like, Yankees gonna pay me $100.
Right. Why didn't you
That's
try
not
to give them? But you
don't
didn't
have
try
the
to give a
money.
nigga $25 million.
They do.
Because some niggas
right,
might
yo.
be like, yo, I'm gonna take this $25 million and take
what?
a nigga that because
For what?
I might want to take a team to the pennant that never been there before.
You talking dumb. Man.
I'm all right.
Now you talking
Now I'm
dumb.
talking dumb. I feel like I'm proving my point to you.
He said, "My man talking."
But you said,
Come on, man.
But didn't he say small market teams should try to create parity? This is why the parity isn't there.
No. What I'm saying is, if you're a small market team, one, you have to keep your draft picks, i.e., Golden State Warriors.
First of all, let's just get back to that comeback. What kind of comeback is that? You talking dumb now?
That is, man.
Look,
Like, I mean, what athlete gonna be like, I'm gonna
man,
take
you
$25
talking
million to
dumb
play
now,
for the
man.
worst team in the league? Who's gonna do that realistically?
Because all right, let's realistically do it like the NBA people do it. You paying me $25 million, pay James $25 million, pay you $25 million, pay B $25 million. Now we got a stacked team,
Okay.
and we could win. Am I still talking dumb now?
That's never gonna happen.
Why?
Give me one example where that's ever happened.
What? Miami Heat?
No,
What are you talking about?
the big three were paid handsomely, and then all the other people came running.
But they took less money.
Who?
Wade and LeBron took less money than they could have
Yeah,
gotten.
not from 100 to 25.
All right, bro. It's
Come
not
on,
gonna
bro.
be that drastic either.
Come on, man.
You know the
Come on, man.
So the Orioles never had $100 million nigga. Yes, they had, and they
high-
let him go.
Who?
You feel me? I don't know baseball like that. I can't
Okay,
state
all
it
right.
now.
We'll come back
But
to
they
baseball
definitely-
when we
they
get some
definitely
baseball
had it.
research in
All
there.
right. I mean, that's why I told you I was going to continue
All
that
right,
after the pod. But it's happened before, but they didn't keep it up. They don't try.
I feel
they
like
don't try.
I think in the NBA, honestly, the only small market team, I'll give you two. The only two small market teams in my lifetime that I can remember that has successfully did it from the ground up, Golden State Warriors. Well, we're not even going to include KD. They were crushing before KD came.
Right, they won.
All those guys
they
were
won two?
drafted. Yeah,
Yeah.
all those guys were drafted. They
Okay.
came up in the system. Okay? And then now they're relevant, they're a hot team. Now you're attracting stars from the outside
Right.
to come in. Boogie,
Okay.
AD.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. Once you start winning,
And then
people want to play with you.
and then it almost happened with Toronto.
Well, it happened in Detroit too. Remember when they had Rich Hammer and Chauncey
Yeah, but I
and
don't really
Sheed
consider
and Ben Wallace?
I don't consider that like the
That's a small
like
market, bro.
No. I
They
mean
won a
like
chip.
yeah, but I don't think that was like a. Do you feel like that was like a big three?
No, it was no big three. It was just niggas that balled.
But they weren't like. I'm talking about superstars coming to a
oh,
team.
okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I think Toronto was on that cusp to do that, and then
Yeah.
they kind of blew it. They just lost Kawhi.
Because he didn't want to be there.
Right. After a
The
championship.
money didn't matter.
That's crazy. I just won the chip. I'm sticking with my boys, man.
They
All right,
wasn't
I'm gonna
good.
leave it alone. We'll come back to that. We on this one a little too much.
Yes, it's fine. So I'll give you the answer to your question. So New York Yankees, so in 117 years of Major League Baseball, New York Yankees 27 championships. Second closest is the St. Louis Cardinals with 11. Boston Red Sox 9, Dodgers 7. So they have almost 3 times triple of what the second place. So very similar to what you see with the NBA
Yeah,
and the
no
Lakers
parity.
and Celtics.
There's zero parity in baseball. And guess what? People watch that shit.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's
I feel like
entertaining.
over the past few years we've had different champions in baseball.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it
because the
hasn't
Yankees been fucking up.
Well, yeah, I ain't got no.
Let's just be honest.
I can't speak on that. I'm
The
not.
only reason.
I'm not in that organization, and I don't make those choices.
Yeah.
But
Perfect. So speaking of champions, I know the listening audience can't see it, but Uplifting and I, we have the gear. Check the crown that's on the top of the K. You heard me talking about it last episode. My shirt finally came. Keep it uplifting. Check it for those viewers watching. Teespring.com. That's T, 2 E's, spell it out. Teespring.com, and you're going to search Keep It Uplifting. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we just had them, so I know you were burning your credit card up. Don't lie. While you out there buying something for yourself and your family, don't forget about your fits. You gotta look good for this upcoming holiday season. Get something for yourself and your family. T-shirts, hoodies. We've got everything you need. Teespring.com. Search Keep It Uplifting. It's so simple, right?
I need that gold one.
yeah, that gold do look kind of good, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the Laker. What are we calling it? What is it called? Uplifting.
I mean,
is
I
it
guess
Laker
it's gonna
Gold?
be-
Is it Mustang Gold? What
It's
is
a
it?
I think
Mustang
it's gonna be
gold. I
Laker-
like where you're headed with
Laker
that
gold.
Mustang gold.
Yeah, it could be Mustang Gold.
It's Laker Gold.
Oh, my
Oh
bad.
my God! Pause
We know
the,
what it is,
Pause
all
the
game.
camera. I'm about to DDT him.
Man, hey, Laker Gold it is.
Laker Gold it is, man.
Should have
Shit.
been a Mustang.
So I wanted to introduce a new segment that we're going to be doing on here, where I will be soliciting you gentlemen for your advice. One of the things we always talk about on this show is, yeah, we want to have fun and it's great, and we just had a sports talk, but we also want to have some advice and kind of some real talk and some knowledge. So I thought this was a perfect thing to put to you three. So you guys know, the listener audience might not know, I'm the oldest of 4 brothers, so I have 4 younger brothers. So I have default become kind of the advice goer. So anytime someone has an issue or a problem, they usually come to me and ask me what they should think. So over this weekend, my brother, my middle brother, he lives in Arizona now. So I got a phone call from an Arizona number I didn't see. I picked it up thinking it was my brother, like maybe he got a new phone number. But it was actually his girlfriend of 6 years. They've been living together. And so she calls me, she's crying, she's hysterical. And she tells me, I'm going to call the police on your brother,
Whoa.
So apparently they got into a pretty big argument. He packed up a lot of his stuff. He moved out. He left his keys on the table. He's done it before. I think as a lot of us know, in relationships, especially long term, you get into fights, you make up. They're one of those couples. So about 2-3 years ago, no longer than about 4 years ago, she called the cops on him before they got into a fight. It was a mutual fight. I'm gonna do my best he is my younger brother. I'm gonna do my best not to be biased. I'm gonna tell both sides of the story. It was mutual. So he got arrested. He messed up. I'm not gonna protect him. Like I said, I'm trying to tell both sides of the story. But it's just been a lot of issues the last 2-3 years. A lot of problems. So she's my brother's 26 and she is 41.
Whoa.
So
Okay,
yeah,
Al.
we talk
Okay,
about
Al.
dating younger women.
Slinging that. No, I'm just
We
kidding.
talked about it. So he told me the story. So apparently there's just been a lot of arguments. They haven't been getting along. They've been doing for 5 years. But like I said, they're one of those couples where they'll have a fight, they'll have an argument, and they'll come crying and yelling, and they hate each other. Then a week later, you'll see them on Facebook booed up and kissing on each other. You know? So I've kind of have the last few years, I've just stayed out of it. I offer him advice when he needs to. But after this recent one, I told him it's time to just break up.
Yeah.
It has been 6 years, and also I should mention, so she has 4 kids as well. So the whole 6 years, so they really, he's been living with those kids for 6 years, so they really, I don't want to say he's their father, but you can imagine living with kids for 6 years.
Yeah,
and
you
their
get
mom.
attached.
Exactly. So I told him to just break it off. You are come back, get your stuff, pack up, it's time to leave. So am I tripping telling my brother to leave a 6-year long-term relationship?
Al, you can start. We'll just go in order because this is.
You're not tripping for that advice. It sounds like a volatile, toxic relationship. Honestly, by what you shared, it's happened before. It happened again.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen again. You feel me? People say time heals all wounds, but I don't agree with that statement. You know what I mean? You have to do whatever's within that relationship to fix it, and you both have to want to. You know, I believe even Keep It Uplifting, you know, he got another show that he does, and we talk about that, about you have to want it. You know, when you come to relationships with a person, y'all both, a business relationship, a friendship, y'all both have to want to be in it, and y'all both have to want to take those steps in order to make it work. You know, the compromise you have to take, the sacrifice you have to take, y'all both have to be willing to do it. And if not, it's not going to work. Or if you demand something out of a person that they don't necessarily want to do, what they'll do is they'll fix it for a little time being,
a little while,
a certain amount of time, and guess what? It's right back to the same story, same song. You feel me?
Okay, Jay.
The police got called. In the story for me.
Forgot about that.
Well, can I go?
Yeah,
shit.
He said in the story, yeah.
Hey, all right, look. I'm glad you said that because I always said if I'm ever in a relationship and my partner calls the police on me and I end up arrested and in jail for any period of time, the relationship is over.
Yeah.
I cannot recover from that.
Done.
I don't know where my life goes after that. I may be in jail for a couple of months.
Finito.
Imagine, I'll give you a great scenario because it's going on now.
Okay.
A domestic violence call is made. Police come, and 90% of the time they're arresting the male, whether he touched the female or not.
True.
Right.
He's being removed from the situation. Now you're sitting in jail. It's Friday.
Oh.
It's Thanksgiving weekend.
Right.
Oh.
COVID is now here too.
Oh,
So a bail review that you would get on the following day, you're
Right.
now not getting until Monday, Tuesday.
Right.
Okay? And then they say, no, we're going to let you sit in there until your trial. Okay?
Right.
Because the house that you supplied for us to put you on probation or house arrest
Is the same.
is the
house.
same house your spouse lives in.
Right.
So you now have nowhere to live. So we're going to tell you to stay here in jail
And live here.
and live here until your court case is up. Okay, so when's my court case? We're going to schedule that for next month on the 5th. I'm just making a
Good.
COVID
It's
has
gonna
other
push-
plans.
it's gonna push that
so
thing
so
out.
now that thing is getting
Push it
pushed
back.
back.
Yeah.
So now your lawyer, your lawyer tells you, "Hey man, don't worry about it. First offense, you're gonna get out on the 5th. You'll be good."
Right, but what about your job?
You
You've been in jail.
you in jail for a month. You done lost your job.
Right.
Now your court case because of COVID has now gotten pushed back till January.
But let's not be biased though. I think, and I don't want to. I'll touch on this after you're done.
Oh, you want me to keep going?
Well,
Oh no, well I'm just saying. I'm saying okay. So that's the whole spiral out of control
Right.
jail aspect. I don't want to be with a partner who didn't care for me enough to realize that you calling the police and getting me arrested can cause a litany of problems.
A domino effect.
Yeah, domino effect. Like you supposed to love me, so why would you put me in a position where you're losing me potentially?
But what I will say about what you said, you're painting a picture from the man's perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking about those 4 kids who've seen whatever transpired between us, seen the cops come to the house, seen the quote unquote male figure in the house. I won't even say the father figure, but they've seen someone who is supposed to be in a position of leadership,
Right.
get locked up because of whatever transpired between him and their mom.
So
You know what I'm saying?
Aren't you seen as a bad guy?
Right,
in
but
that
what I'm
aspect?
saying though is, what if I was the bad guy in that situation?
Okay.
Right, like we're not going to absolve him of whatever responsibility he played in that position because there takes a lot. Like some people,
It takes two. It takes
right?
two.
So what I'm trying to say is, yes, you're painting the picture of what the man may go through, but there may be some trauma that actually took place, right, or residual trauma, right, for her because of what he did for her to call the police. Like, let's not make it seem as though the fighting was not enough for the police to be called. Maybe he didn't leave on his own. You know, maybe when he was asked to leave, or maybe things got physical. So I just don't want to, you know, say that all the. Now it is crazy because if nothing happened, so that if nothing happened, then it's okay. I see your point of view, but if something,
if nothing happened that warranted police involvement.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, even if we don't go down that road that I painted the picture, I'm taking back and going back to where you said the police got called.
Right.
The relationship is over.
Yeah. Right.
If we get into that point, it's like you said, it's toxic. Yeah. It's bad. 4 kids are involved, so this is not their. I'm pretty sure this is not their first time witnessing this situation before. In 6 years. Yeah. You know, my opinion, it has to end. The only saving grace I see in this scenario is
to ask her to marry him. You know what I'm saying? Just come home with a ring after
you
get out of jail.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
no,
so
I was just gonna say counseling.
Is that toxic?
Look. Long story short, B, you was not tripping.
Hey, you know
when you asked him to break it off.
Hey, you know the crazy part about that is
because I don't see the good from the situation.
If my
marriage,
but if
now you're gonna waste money. Now you're gonna waste money.
The funny part about it is, if my man really did come out of jail and was like, "Will you marry me?" Her ass would have been like, "Yes, yes."
Yeah, man. Or come home. You come home.
I did all this for the ring.
I did it. See, ladies. See what you can get if you
gotta lock his ass up. Yeah. Gotta threaten his life. That's how you get the ring.
I've been going about this
cooking and cleaning.
All wrong.
You gotta come back and be like, look, it's time for us to have a baby. We need a 5th child in here. This is gonna fix everything.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I wish my man the best, man.
You wasn't tripping.
That was very good advice. Brother. Hopefully he takes heed to that. Like I said, that's one time big brother advice is you going in the right direction with that.
Right. I feel good. I feel better. So in a way to wrap it up, that was very specific to my brother. You guys answered, I'm not tripping. But I want to kind of make it more general. It sounds easy because we're on the outside. We're not the ones that have been in that 6-year relationship. We're not the ones. How would you advise someone to, because it's one thing to say to get out, but then, you're paying half of the rent. They live there because it's a close drive to his job. Like, what advice would you give to anyone listening who might be in a toxic or a bad relationship and they think there is no way out? What advice, how do you actually do that?
All right, so I've been in a relationship. I don't want to say toxic. I guess it may have been a little toxic or whatever. But
been in a breakup.
I've been in a very long relationship, 6-year, 5-year, 6-year relationship. And it was very hard for me to leave. I was the one who chose to leave. I wouldn't say just cold turkey, just drop everything and leave. He's invested a lot of time. Like you said, he has a relationship with his children. The police being called it sucks. I think his last resort at this point would be, or in general, counseling. I think counseling is a very good way because that's giving you an outsider's perspective of what's going on with you and your partner. Because it's always he said, it's always she said. Y'all gonna see it the way y'all see it. Sometimes you need that third person to sit down and be like, okay, you were right in this aspect, but she was right in this aspect.
Except for when the police are called.
Right. When he said in general, I hope like every toxic relationship doesn't have police call. Yeah. I've never been in a relationship
he just talking
where
about
police
how to step out of a toxic relationship.
You call the police on me,
it's over.
There ain't no we.
That's a T-shirt. That's a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Right
please.
now, we doing how to step out the toxic relationship. Period.
Yeah, I think last resort, or maybe not last resort, but I think outside counseling for a relationship that you're serious about is a good way to go because that's giving you somebody's opinion that has no ties or no bias to that relationship.
Uplifting Al, can I hear you guys? What should I tell my brother? Like, what's some actual tangible advice I could give him to get out?
I'm not the one to really comment on this
for legal reasons.
Yeah, no, man. I think sincerely, I think he should or she should. It take a look at themselves, right? Like you really have to. It starts with you. So, do you really want this relationship that you're in, right? Like you have to make that decision first. So I would do that type of evaluation because just because you're together and you share bills and you share responsibilities, you know, you can go somewhere. I don't care what people say. You can always go.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can always go somewhere or stay in a place and stay in a different place that is maybe lower income and stack your money up until you can get the place that you want. But if something is not for you and is making you unhappy, I'm not telling you to quit on it, but I'm telling you to evaluate it as best as possible. And it starts with you. Like, what are you doing for yourself? Did you lose yourself in a relationship? Did you lose yourself in trying to make that person happy? You know, you have to really just look the man or woman in the mirror and really evaluate what you're doing for you. And then you can be helpful or healthy to somebody else.
Yeah, you can't help nobody until you help yourself.
So if you may be toxic and you didn't even know it, you know, like every thought that you think about yourself may be negative. And if you're not happy with yourself, ain't nobody gonna be happy with you. So that's my perspective on that. But I definitely agree with SP counseling, but counseling starts with you.
And you have to be open to do it.
You have to be open to that counseling.
Yeah.
People always say it, but if and when you do it, if you're not receptive to what that third party is saying, who is a professional, mind you,
then what we doing
not,
here?
Yeah,
what are we
doing?
doing?
Just not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
So, don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Is my biggest thing is don't be afraid to take the step to better yourself because you never know what could happen in the future.
Blessings upon blessings.
And to be honest with you, like I said, I'm probably definitely the wrong person to give advice on this situation because me personally, I don't get super deep into relationships like that, like 6 years and like tied in with kids and financial stuff because when it get toxic for me, I just ghost. Real talk, I leave. I don't give a fuck about the kids' feelings, her feelings. Like real talk, that's just how I carry it because, like he just said, I gotta preserve. I'm about me, bro. If I don't care about me, nobody gonna care about me, dog. And I gotta keep my mental health stable because a black man with unstable mental health ends up in prison. You feel me? So when shit get toxic, I just roll. But real advice is what you probably should do. You know what I mean? Was probably the correct way. The first thing you probably should do getting out of a relationship that's that deep is to cut yourself off financially. Like if you got bills tied in or you want to lease, get yourself out of those financial situations first because breakups can murder you financially. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the first step. And once they know that you're not tied to them financially, usually they get that picture of, oh shit, this nigga can leave at any moment in time. Yeah. Which is why I don't get too deep into it so that the other person will always have that, oh, you don't have me trapped here. Right. You know? I can roll out at any moment in time and you'll never see me again. So if you're in a toxic relationship where you financially tied to, I would say the first thing is to cut yourself off financially. And then that usually will probably bring up those conversations of, hey, why we don't got joint accounts no more? Right. Why you don't want to be on the lease no more? Right. Why you don't, you know? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It brings up those conversations. Then y'all can sit one-on-one and have those conversations, and then you can gracefully bow out after that. So that's my real advice and my
Dr. Al.
My somewhat dumbed down advice, but real talk. If I'm in that joint, they be like, "What happened to?" Where he
just disappeared. My man ghosted.
Real talk.
Keys on the table and you out.
That's it. That's how I roll, unfortunately.
Well, I was going to say I'll tell him, but he listens to the pod, so he'll get this advice.
Sorry, man. Sorry to put your business out there like that.
I think we gave him a lot of options, though. We gave him a lot of options.
Yeah. Some value in our words. A lot of value here, man.
You gotta sift through it, but it's in there somewhere.
So anybody listening, if you're in a similar situation, take advice. We are the Prodigal Brothers. As always, I love talking to you gentlemen.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
Absolutely.
SP. Uplifting.
Yes,
Al.
sir.
Russell Westbrook's in town.
Hide your kids, hide your wives, nigga.
Hide your toxic relationships.
I see y'all
All right,
next time.
peace.
Prodigal Brothers, we
Yeah.
out.